Hi guys, welcome to my homeschool room. Today I'm going to be showing you around the room, a few little updates I've done to get us ready for our new homeschool year. If you've been around my channel for a while and you watched last year's homeschool room tour, you'll notice that not a ton has changed, just a few little swaps, a few little added pieces of decor, but I wanted to give you guys an updated room tour of what our room looks like, where everything is. I will do my best to link everything down in the description box for you guys, but there's really not much to say, so let's get going with the tour. So here is our homeschool room. Just a quick little overview for you guys. If you watched last year's video, then you saw our school space then. So you'll notice that I've done a little bit of rearranging and a few additional decor pieces, but for the most part, things remain the same. However, I am going to just kind of go through and give you guys an updated tour. If there is anything that I mention throughout the video that you want more information on, you can ask me down below in the comments. I will have my Amazon page linked for you guys, and there is a special section there that I've created that has anything related to homeschooling to make it easier to find. So some of the Amazon stuff you'll be able to locate there. So we're gonna start with the tour right here. This is like our loft area in our home. It is the first thing that you come up from the stairs to see. So we are going to start over here. So I have moved the kids' keyboard over to this little loft landing area here. The keyboard used to be over here and now it's over here. So we cleared out the toys when we did my boys' room renovation. So if you missed that video, you'll see what used to be here, which is no longer here. So the keyboard is there. On this wall here, I got some new Cavallini, I think is how you say it, paper company posters. This one I've had for a really long time, prior to us even moving into this house. And I also had like a geology one. The geology one didn't make it through the move, but these two are new and these are linked on my Amazon shop. So we love the national parks and I just loved the color of this one, so I went ahead and ordered that. We're gonna be learning about space this year for one of our science units, and I'm gonna like elaborate a lot off of that, so I thought that that would be fun. So I put that one up and then I had that one. So I really like how it looks with the two taller posters and then this one here in the middle. Down here is our art cart filled with all of our art supplies, and then some like miscellaneous things like calculators, rulers, dry erase markers, some pens there, all of the pads that we need, all the different kinds of paper for pastels, watercolors, tracing. Then we also have large whiteboards in here that we use for doing math and spelling with my younger ones. So that's everything in the top, and I've just used like various containers, you can see, to hold things. Down here is all of our Arteza, mostly art supplies filled to the brim, paints on the bottom, pencils and other pastels and things like that in the middle. So that's kind of how I've organized it there. So we have all of the art supplies handy. Now over here is one of my kids' desks. We've had these desks now 3-4 years, I'm not even quite sure. I'll link all of our previous homeschool room tours so you guys can see how our space has evolved, especially in different houses. But we've had these IKEA, I think Mickey, M-I-C-K-E desks for at least 3 years. These chairs, these teal chairs, were a set from Target. I don't know if they're sold anymore, but they've held up wonderfully, and the desks as well. On top of the desks, each of my kids have their bins with their new curriculum filled in there, and then they keep like their pencils, erasers, anything that they need on top. In the desk drawers, we did clean these out, but you can tell my son has been creating things. We usually keep just their binder with like their schedule and their flow and typing charts and things like that. That stays in there. And then usually just they fill in, like if they write something or they want to keep whatever, they keep it in their desk. So all the curriculum that they utilize stays in these bins. These bins came from Michael's, and then I just had stickers with their names printed and put on them, and it usually sits on top of the desk like that. So that is his little station. Over here is my next little guy's station. It's basically the same thing, same chair, same desk, same bin. His name is on there, and his supplies are in there as well. Right here, so this is kind of like the focal wall in our homeschool room. I added a few, you guys can see, like I added some decor things, so I'll go over all of that with you. And then at the very top, we have our art line. This is linked on my Amazon page and I love it. This corkboard right here came from Hobby Lobby. I use it for our vocabulary words for our science units, and I love how it looks. This timeline came with our The Good and the Beautiful History Year 2, and we're using it again this year for Year 3 History, so that is there. Then I have my whiteboard here where I usually will write the date and any other information. This little weekly thing, this weekly planner, is magnetic and it is from Arteza. I love this because I write on here what my kids like. I'll write school plus a field trip or school plus a park day. And so then they're able to see kind of a week, their school week at a glance. I don't write down like individual kid stuff on here, but just in general, like if we have a party or a field trip, they like having that. And then this is one of our Compassion kids, updated pictures, so we keep that up there. Above the whiteboard, this is a new sign, and obviously it says Ohana means family, which is a quote from a Disney movie. Bonus points if you know where that quote came from, leave it down below. But I got that at Hobby Lobby and I loved it because it was like white and black, which is my favorite color palette, and I just thought it was the perfect size to go above the board. This fun garland came from Trader Joe's around the holidays. There's a cool story. I think it was handcrafted in Nepal. Anyways, I love the color of it, and they're like wool, and so that stays there, and then the art line is up there. Over here, I got this sign at Michael's. I shared this with you guys in my supply video. So I created just kind of like a little collage wall right here, which is over my youngest daughter's desk. So she has her magnetic calendar. I got this off of Amazon. I don't know if they're currently selling it, and you'll see. It was for 2019 and 2020, but I just went ahead and taped on 2021 there. So she likes doing that every morning. This little flag banner sign thing, I don't know what you would call this, is from the Target dollar spot. The clock I got off of Amazon. I wanted like a real clock in our schoolroom. We always have a calendar here. As you can see, they count down things. I already told you that came from Michael's. And then I went ahead and hung up the US presidents all the way through current right here above her desk. Now she has the same situation with the same bin right here. Her name is in pink, all of her curriculum. And then in her desk, see, she hasn't been creating quite as much. So we did clean out the desks and they were neat, and this is what they look like. So I usually keep their binder, like I mentioned. Their school flows are in there for the beginning of the year when they're kind of unsure of what to do. Typing charts to keep track of their typing lessons and just different things like that. Their chore list is in there, although they memorize that. So that's kind of what's in there, and then anything they make and they want to save, they usually put it in their desk. Moving over here to the top of this little cabinet. This cabinet came from Target. I don't know if it's still being sold. We have our color pencils. We have a basket that has some essential oils and some more timeline stickers. We have our diffuser here. The pencil sharpener, that is the best ever. It's lasted, this will be our 3rd year and it's amazing. It's linked on my Amazon store. I have it on just like this little serving tray. I think I got this at Target on clearance, but it's nice because it catches any shavings there, helps minimize mess. So I like that. In our cabinet here, we just have crayons, we have coloring books. Down here is where I keep like extra pencils that are in there. So you can see like all the extra supplies, dry erase, pencils right there. Those are all there. And then over here are clipboards. So the clipboards stay down there, and that's all we really keep in the cabinet. So that is what is in there. Down here, I just have this little wire basket holding plain printer paper. And then on this side are unused spiral notebooks for when we need new ones or whatever. So that is what is here. And then I'll back up to show you guys kind of an overview at the wall with the desks. So I really like how it looks. It is fun. It's got some color to it, but it's not like cluttered and overwhelming, which is my whole goal. So over here, obviously we have a large window. This is my morning basket. It usually is not here, but I am starting to fill it with some of the things we're going to be utilizing for our new school year. So it's here for ease right now, but that will go downstairs. This right here has not changed much from last school year, but we'll go over it anyways. So at the very top, I have a sign which is hard to see, but it's wooden, and it says the most important work you will ever do will be within the walls of your own home. And I love that quote. These are all of my kids' silhouettes from Disneyland. They are my favorite. And these little shelves, the white and the wood brackets here, those came from IKEA. We have 2 globes here. This one's more for decor, but we do use this one. My daughter made this castle a few years ago out of perler beads. It's the Disney castle, and so we just have it up here on this little stand that I actually will use for other things in the future. And then my son drew me this. You guys know my love for Basset Hounds and coffee, and he drew this for me about 2 years ago, and it's like one of my most favorite things I have. So that's there. We got this plant when we did botany, and I'm very pleased to report that it's still alive. In fact, it is sprouting new leaves there. That one sounded a little crunchy, but for the most part, it's doing really well. We have our you-know-what, I won't say her name, right here for listening to music during school. This sign came actually from Waco, Texas, the Magnolia store. It was perfect for a homeschool room, so my friend and I both got one. This is our little nature tray. This tray here came from Michael's. It's actually like a jewelry organizer, and we've collected some things. I have to minimize how much they want to collect, but that's what we've got right now. This is our jar of shells, and then here I usually will display a book, just one, and then the typing that whoever's using typing uses this little stand as well, which I believe is actually for cookbooks. Down here is our homeschool library bookshelf. I do not, my kids keep all of their personal books in their room, and every year I have to fight to fit all of our books into these shelves. So like right here, you can see these are stacked, but there's like so many more behind there. I wish I could have it set up to where I could see every title that I have, but I just don't have the space for that, so we make do here. Down below is a box for a science unit, and then in here are all of the math manipulatives from The Good and the Beautiful for my daughter, my youngest daughter, and then in this little basket here are some additional science manipulatives. So I just keep baskets under there. So that is pretty much everything that is here. So my oldest daughter sits over here. This cart is a new purchase from Wayfair. It's okay quality. I don't foresee it lasting many years, but it'll do for now. What I really wanted was the filing cabinets that go with these IKEA desks, and I may end up getting one of those and finding a different purpose for this. But IKEA was closed and very backed up and busy from the closure, so I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to get over there. I think I might try it, we'll see, but for now this works. So I got this because she's got some much larger textbooks and a binder for each thing this year that were just not gonna fit in here. So you can see I still did her name sticker, she still has her pencils and stuff, and she'll fill this in with things. But for now, I've just kind of stacked things where I want them to be. So this is like all of her language arts stuff is in here, her book study from The Good and the Beautiful, and then the writing and grammar course she's doing. In this drawer, she has her health unit from Apologia, and then the iPad with the keyboard and the headphones for some of the distance learning classes she's doing. And then down here she has Spanish. And see, like, the drawers do come off, so this is not going to be a long-term solution, which I'm a little bummed about, but it was only $40 and we'll find something else to use it for if it's a problem. And then on the top she has her binders that she needs, and then in her desk, same thing, is just stuff she wants to save, and last year's binder with her school routine and chores, which I am going to update, and I'll do a video on that. Over here we have this It Is Well With My Soul framed picture. We got that at Kirkland's home store quite a while ago, but I love the wood frame and I love that song, and so it's there. This is our laundry room, so the door is closed. Over here, I have this large wooden shelf. I got this from Costco last year. I was so happy when I found it because the wood is almost identical to my desk here. My desk is from Target. I don't know if they sell this anymore, but it's worked out really good. I didn't need something elaborate, so it worked out just fine. Up on top, we have our American flag. That's our class pet. Our microscope here, it actually goes on that side. And then some fun little Legos my kids have made me over the years that I've kept. In here is a paper sorter file thing. I got that at HomeGoods quite a few years ago. I really recommend going to places like that and looking for, like in the office supply section, if there's like paper or just any kind of storage that you want to like make look nice. I really recommend going there. So we've got that. It's got like my notebooks, it's got some envelopes, it's got just like random stuff in it. Down here are just some buckets of Sharpies and the geography and grammar cards from The Good and the Beautiful. This is where I keep the library books. I try to keep most of the library books here when they're not being read, so they don't get lost in my kids' room. And then down here is usually like the library overflow. These are some extra binders. I haven't filled in with anything yet, but they're waiting. I'm not sure what I'm gonna need them for, but they're there. And then this accordion file is where I save special pieces of schoolwork throughout the year, and then at the end of the year I clean that out into like a garage bin where I keep special stuff that I want to save for my kids. Over here, these are some more art. They're like art kits. They were gifted to my kids. I believe they came from Hobby Lobby. Those are my kids' sketchbooks for The Good and the Beautiful. Level 7 is a lot of pencil sketching, so those are down there. In this basket are my kids' Kindles, and there's like extra iPad cases in there, so that's kind of like the electronic bin. This is where cords and chargers go, so those are separate and easy to find. This is my personal filing cabinet thing for my stuff, work-related stuff. I do a lot of that there, so this is there for things that I need to save. In this shelf here is all curriculum or resources that I use or that I have used, but you guys will notice it's pretty small, and that's because I do not keep curriculum. I pass it on. So everything I use, I either donate or give to a friend, or, you know, if we've like used it and it's cut up and like not gonna be viable for someone to use after me, then I will just recycle that. So this is all stuff that we will be using, but that's limited to one shelf. Down here we just have our trash can. This is my chair here. And this is a new thing. I got this at the Target dollar spot. It's just a cute little pillow with the ABCs on it. I thought it was cute. We have our computer, obviously, just a little coffee cup to hold my pens. My picture over here, a fake succulent, and this really cool lamp that my friend got me. It does light up and it's pretty cool. Above the desk here, I have this large map. I got that at Hobby Lobby a few years ago, but I think they still have it. Down over here on these little shelves, I've got my 3-hole puncher and then just like miscellaneous tape and, you know, office supply stuff. Down in here are another set of headphones for when someone's using math here, chargers, miscellaneous things. Down into this basket is our printer, some cardstock that I save for things that I'm using, and then the box for our home network security thing for if we need to look up something with that. And then that gray binder is something new I'm doing this year for keeping track of some high school level classes that my oldest is taking. I'm kind of creating a homeschool binder just to keep records in. So that's what that is down there. So very clear, clean, just the way I like it. So not a lot of clutter, not a lot going on over here. Over here, I've had this forever. So funny, so cute. And then this sign, if you can be anything, be kind, from Hobby Lobby. And then so that is where I guess the homeschool room would end. So we have mine over here. I'll give you guys a little overview of pretty much everything I've talked about. And then if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask down in the comments and I will reply back to you. And then we have over here, and it continues over here, and here we are, the rug. Forgot to mention, I've had that rug forever. I did get it at RC Willey. It's a furniture store. I know they're not in every state, but it's a very comfy shag rug and we love it. And it's just for, we have carpet, but I just like the rug. So that is the updated homeschool room tour. It is all ready for us to begin our new school year. So let me know if you guys like the little updates I've done, and let me know how your homeschool room is looking currently. And like I said, I'll link everything I can down below for you guys, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Give me a thumbs up, and thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video really soon.